Dear student, seasonal greetings. From this series, I am starting explaining you the MCQs of the chapters, starting from chapter number 1. In each and every video, you will get explanation of about 20 to 30 MCQs, and you have to observe this video very carefully, and it will be very beneficial to you in your examination. So let us start. This is the MCQs from chapter number 1. The first MCQ: when any neutral conductor is made charged, its mass is what? So we have four options: will increase, will decrease, may increase or decrease, or will remain the constant. One thing is that when the neutral conductor is charged, the exchange of electron takes place, and that's why the mass either increase or decrease. So option C is the correct option. Coming to the second MCQ: static electricity is produced due to what? Static electricity is produced due to both friction as well as induction. By using friction, the static electricity, because of the electron is transferred from one particular substance to other substance, it is due to friction. And induction, we have already seen how the sphere is induced, how the charge is induced on the sphere. Hence the answer is D, both A and B. Next MCQ: a comb rubbed with dry hair can attract small pieces of the paper, because there are four options: comb is conductor, paper is conductor, atoms of the paper get polarized by charged comb, and comb attains the property of magnetism. So the correct option is atom of the paper gets polarized by charged comb. Why it is? When we pass comb through our dry hair, it gets electrified. Now when this comb is brought nearer to small pieces of the paper, its atom get polarized, where charge get induced on the pieces of the paper with polarity opposite to that of the comb. Hence small pieces of the paper get attracted towards the comb. So the correct answer is C, comb of paper get polarized by charged comb. Next MCQ: electric force is exerted between two separated charge because electric charge is dash of the matter. It is internal property of the matter. That's why this is a knowledge based question. Electric force is exerted between two separated charges because electric charge is internal of the matter. The next MCQ: when some charge is placed on a good conductor, what happens? It remains at the surface of the good conductor. It remains on the surface of the good conductor. So this is also based on the knowledge, based on the fact. Okay. Other options we will check. It goes at the centroid of the conductor. This will not happen because charge will not travel its own. It remains at the surface of the good conductor. None of above, and the first is it remains at the same position. So the correct answer is C. Question number 6: dash number of electrons have charge equal to 1 coulomb. We know that because of the quantization of charge, we have the formula total charge Q is equal to N into E, where E is the fundamental charge having the value 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So the number of charges in 1 coulomb is N is equal to Q by E, that is 1 coulomb upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, which gives 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. So your answer is B, 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electron will your answer. The next question, in nature amount of electric charge possessed by isolated system is always, there are four options: 0, equal to a multiple of square root of fundamental charge, equal to integer multiple of fundamental charge, and equal to multiple of square of fundamental electric charge. So due to quantization of charge, we have already learned the quantization of charge. The total charge is equal to the integer multiple of fundamental charge, which is the charge of electron E. So this is also the fact-based question. The next question, when a positively charged rod is brought near to the electrically neutral good conductor, then that good conductor, there are four options: will become positively charged, will become negatively charged, will remain neutral only, none of above. Here we must have to understand that positively charged rod is brought near electrically neutral good conductor. You must have to remember that a good conductor cannot accumulate the charge, so it will remain neutral only. It will remain neutral only. It will not induce the charge. You must have to remember, good conductor will not induce the charge, and that's why the correct answer is C, will remain neutral only. For making any next question, that is question number 9. For making any neutral body positively charged, we have to do what? So it is a very basic thing. We have to remove the electron from its surface. This is a very basic thing. So the answer is B. The next question, question number 10, dash is the SI unit of electric charge. This is also the fact-based question. We know that the SI unit of the charge is coulomb, so answer is A. Next question, a spherical shell and a solid sphere made up of same material and having the same radii are charged to their maximum capacity if the charge on their surfaces are respectively Q1 and Q2. As the material is same, as the radii are same, so the charge is also same. So your answer is Q1 is equal to Q2. In the second chapter you will learn, if the radius in this material is different, then the charge is different. How they are related, that will you will learn in chapter number 2. So here they have explained according to like this. Here, electric field on the surface of the shell and sphere can have its maximum value equal to the electric strength of air, which is constant, say E dash. Then E1 max is equal to E2 max is equal to E2 dash, sorry, E dash. That means KQ1 upon R1 square is equal to KQ2 upon R2 square. And as R1 is equal to R2, KK is cancelled, R1 square R2 square is cancelled, and Q1 is Q equal to Q2. This is what the relation. So our answer is C, Q1 is equal to Q2. Next question, question number 12. Positive charge inside 2He4 atom is dash. See, there are two is the atomic number, and atomic number times the positive charge will be there in the nucleus. So atomic number times the fundamental charge. This is what the answer is, and this is the fact-based question, and hence it is the answer of B. Then the next question, Coulombian force between two charge, may attractive, may repulsive. This is also fact-based question, so answer is C. Coulombian force can be attractive, can be repulsive, so our answer is C. This is fact-based question. Next, 14th question, quark composition of proton is. We know that there are two types of quarks. Two types of quarks. The up quark and down quark. Up quark has the charge plus 2 by 3 E, and down charge has the charge minus 1 by 3 E. As proton has only positive charge, by judging we can write just UUD will be the answer. How it is? 2 by 3 for first U, 2 by 3 for the second U, and 1 by 3 for the D. Hence we will have 4 minus 1 by 3, which is 3 by 3, gives you 1, that is positive 1 charge. Hence our answer will be B, UUD. So quark composition of neutron. Neutron has a neutral charge. There is no charge on neutron. So its composition is UDD. How I am explained. The value of U is plus 2 by 3E minus 1 by 3E minus 1 by 3E gives 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 into E gives you 0. Hence no charge. So the composition is UDD. Next question. While rubbing two appropriate bodies from electric series, no new charge is produced. This is the conservation of charge. Yes, this is the fact-based question. No need to think more. We must have to remember that no charge is produced or destroyed. It is just transfer from one place to another place. Next question. One body has 2.5 into 10 raised to 13 protons. Now it carries minus 2 microcoulomb charge. Then how many electrons are there on the body? This question is based on the quantization of charge. It has a proton 2.5 to 10 raised to 13 and it carries minus 2 microcoulomb charge. Now we know that the composition of atom consists of the protons and electrons and neutrons, but neutron does not have the charge. So the total charge is because of electron and protons only. So we can put this formula: Q is equal to total number of electrons into the charge of electron plus total number of proton into the charge of proton. That is, Q is equal to NE into E minus plus NP into E plus. So you can say total charge is given in the question, minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 is equal to NE into bracket minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 plus 2.5 into 10 raised to 13 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 is equal to minus NE into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 plus 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. So making the subject NE, that is NE into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 is equal to, this minus 2 will come to here and it will add it to this 4. So we'll have 6. 4 plus 2 gives us 6. And so NE is equal to 6 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, and you will have the answer 3.75 into 10 raised to 13. So our correct answer is C. I hope you have understood this question. Now we are proceeding for the next question. By rubbing comb in dry hair, what happens? Dry hair loses electron. This is fact-based question. No need to think more. Just remember this. There is nothing. This is the fact-based question, so you must have to remember such questions. Next question. When glass rod is rubbed against silk, silk become negatively charged of 320 nanocoulomb. Here charge is given. How much electron lost by the glass rod? This is again the quantization of charge. Q is equal to NE is the formula. We have given the total charge to 320 nanocoulomb, that is minus 320 into 10 raised to minus 9. As it is negatively charged, we have put negative sign over there, is equal to N into the basic charge of electron minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So n is equal to 320 into 10 raised to minus 9 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 gives us the value 2 into 10 raised to 12. So answer is C. Next question, the charge on 1 microgram electron will be dash. Here the charge, here the mass of the charge is given. That is, we know that the mass of the electron is 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. So first of all, we have to find out how much electrons are there in 1 microgram. So for that, what we have to do? We have to find out if the charge on 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31 gram is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, then the charge on 10 raised to minus kg is how much? Because 1 microgram is 10 raised to minus 6 gram, that is 1 microgram is 10 raised to minus 19 kg. So Q is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into 10 raised to minus 9 upon 9.11 into 10 raised to minus 31, which gives 0.17563 into 10 raised to 3. So Q is equivalent to 196 coulomb charge. So your answer is B. This question is also based on quantization of charge. We know that Q is equal to NE is the basic formula, and here we would like to find out Q. And first of all, we have to find out the N, and N is nothing but the total charge, total mass of the electron divided by the charge of electron. So this is a special kind of question you can consider. Now the next question, what will be the change in the mass of the object if it is charged by rubbing? So by rubbing, the mass will be decrease or increase slightly, that we have already discussed. Next, there are two identical spheres A and B. Now charge Q is established on each sphere. There is third identical neutral sphere C. Now sphere C is first brought in contact with A and then separated, then brought in contact with B and separated. After this, what will be the charge on C? You can see when electric charge on A is Q and charge on B is Q by 2. If electric charge, when they are brought in contact, they have the charge Q plus Q by 2 by 2. That is, they are distributed evenly, so it will be 3Q by 4. This will be the answer, 3Q by 4. Next question, there are 5 to 10 raised to 21 atoms in the object of 1 gram. If one electron is removed from 0.01% of an atom, what will be the charge on the sphere? Total number of atoms are given, 5 into 10 raised to 23 atoms are given, and number of atoms which remove electrons, that is 0.01% of n, that is n into 10 raised to minus 4 of n, that is 5 into 10 raised to 21 into 10 raised to minus 4, which gives 5 into 10 raised to 17. So the positive charge on object by removing an electron will be Q is equal to Ne, that is 5 into 10 raised to 17 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 gives 8 into 10 raised to minus 2, which will be the answer, 0.08 coulomb. So your answer will be 0.08 coulomb, option A. See, in competitive exams, such kind of questions they are asking because you can spare more time and you will lose the marks. Then these you must have to selectively choose which question to answer first. If a lengthy calculation is there, you just have to keep that question for the next. Next question, charge on electron having total mass 75 kg is dash coulomb. So total mass m is equal to me into n, where me is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. You must have to remember this. This is what the mass of one electron. So number of electron is capital M upon me, that is 75 upon 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. So number of electron 8.24 into 10 raised to 31. And the electric charge by quantization Q is equal to Ne, which gives 8.24 into 10 raised to 31 multiplied by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, which is equal to minus 13.184 into 10 raised to 12, which is minus 1.32 into 10 raised to 13 coulomb. So your answer is A, 1.32 into 10 raised to 13 coulomb. Next MCQ. 80 microcoulomb charge is given on sphere of 4 cm radius and 40 microcoulomb charge is given on the sphere of 6 cm radius. If they are connected by a conducting wire, then the charge transfer from sphere of 4 cm radius to the sphere of 6 cm radius will be what? First of all, when we are connecting them, the total charge is added up, that is 120 microcoulomb. And now the both sphere has a charge. This is a very important formula. If the radius are not the same, the charge is accumulated as they are directly proportional to their radius. So Q1 dash is equal to Q into R1 upon R1 plus R2, and Q2 dash is equal to Q into R2 upon R1 plus R2. So 120 into 4 upon 4 plus 6 gives 48 microcoulomb, and 120 into 6 upon 4 plus 6, that is 72 microcoulomb. So charge transfer is 80 microcoulomb minus 48 microcoulomb gives 32 microcoulomb will be transferred from the sphere of 4 cm to the sphere of 6 cm. This is a very tricky and important question. Such kind of question they will ask in competitive exam. Next question. Question number 26. Two copper spheres A and B have equal radii. If sphere A has 100 electrons and sphere B has 400 protons, then what will be the electric charge on each of them when they are brought in contact with separated? So what happens when we are getting them in contact? The total charge is added up, that is the total charge will be minus 100E plus 400E gives 300E. That is 300 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb is 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 17 coulomb. As they are equal radii, that's why they are equally distributed. 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 17 by 2, which gives 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 17 coulomb. So answer will be B, 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 17 coulomb. Next question. Net charge on the object having 9 into 10 raised to 13 protons and 6 into 10 raised to 13 electron is. This is also again the quantization of the charge, n into E minus n into E. For electron we are taking negative, and for proton we are taking positive. So our answer will be 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb, which is 4.8 microcoulomb. So B will be the answer. The next question. What will be the charge in the radius of a soap bubble if it is given positive charge? If it is given positive charge on the surface, repulsion between them increases and hence radius also increases. The answer is D, the radius will increase. The next question. To know the presence of charge of the substance dash is used. This is the knowledge based question, fact based question. Electroscope is the device which is used to find out the presence of the charge. And the last question for this video, the question is charges of up quark and down quark are dash and dash respectively. Up quark का जो charge होता है, the charge of up quark is 2 by 3 E and the down quark is minus 1 by 3e. This is fact based question, knowledge based question, so there is no question of this, you have to remember only. So the answer is B. Thus we have learned 30 questions back to back. You just repeatedly view this video and understand the MCQs. In the next video we will learn 30 questions of the next chapter. So till that, goodbye, have a nice day.